So Alana, the energy that I get from Tyler is that like leadership energy, very driven, and kind of has like a hustle mentality. Would that be an accurate description? Okay, yes. So the energy that I get from the situation is that he doesn't have a balance of his masculine and feminine. Definitely a hustler, very motivated. Okay. So the energy that I get is that he has not harnessed like a real balance of his masculine and feminine energy. And so when you have a situation like that, you have someone who is very focused on work and very good at what they do, definitely leadership qualities, very heavily in their masculine in order to be able to thrive and be a great decision maker at work, but doesn't necessarily know how to turn that off and make adjustments at home. So it will, like, internally, this person can be very in love with you, very much attracted to you, very much a provider and protector. But as far as like the emotional connection and having enough balance of masculine and feminine to be able to relate to you in a soft way, it'll come across as being very cold, very matter of fact, almost like not really caring about anyone else's feelings except for their own. So is that somewhat of what you've been going through? For the people who are just joining, I ask that you not post a question, that you let me know that you would like to ask a question. So the cold part resonates. You can't read him. Okay. So my answer is going to be twofold, because initially your spirit guides were like, and essentially that tells me that he's not really in a energy where he's willing to work on that part. Like he basically just wants you to accept what he's giving you, and you be okay with that because of like who he is type energy. And so the focusing on yourself part would be a much better route for you to take with someone who is in this energy, because what it's going to end up doing is it's going to end up continuously frustrating the hell out of you. The energy I get from you is that you have a balance of your masculine and feminine, that you are willing to be open to him and vulnerable to him in an emotional way. But because of him not really wanting to embrace his feminine slash emotional side, he's not willing to open up and work with you, in essence, because you two would have to work together to really improve that type of situation. And so, this is the current energy. So if he, starts to miss you enough and really decides that he wants to really take the situation, the relationship seriously, you know, there may be an opportunity if you would like to revisit it. But like, I get the energy that your spirit guides are like, you really don't have time for that. You know, like, you don't have time to teach someone how to be a balanced man. And so the with the energy that you are in, you could definitely attract someone that, thank you, you could definitely attract someone who is a better fit for your energy. He said, sure don't. Yeah. Like, when someone has done the work necessary, and that's the energy that I get from you, is that you've done the work necessary to get to this point. You don't have time to try to teach someone how to love you. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards for you. So the Seven of Swords came out, and you'll notice that she is standing confidently in her power. Standing confidently in her power. She is not afraid to cut people off, set boundaries. There's a snake wrapped around her, which is to me healing and a healed individual. Her hair is blue, like the violet blue for the crown chakra, very connected to her intuition and the divine. There's a light shining upon her from the divine. Like, nah, sis. Chariot, moving on, moving forward in your power. And in your power. And right here we have the Ankh, which is a blending of the masculine and feminine energies. You have much protection behind you. You have protection in front of you. Your spirit guides are with you. And then the Five of Pentacles came out. So you see, like, she's kind of over here in this area, and there's like a gate that holds the prosperity, the abundance. And it's kind of like cold over here, like more of in a winter energy with this tree right here. And so, yeah, this is like the energy where homeboy is, if you were to be where he is. And then over here on the other side of the gate is where your energy is. And so giving him the time of day, entertaining him, is going to keep you from being on the sunnier side of life. So I hope that helped you. Queen said, right, that's where I am too. Spirit like, You're welcome, Alana. Okay, country girl. Thank you. Queen, oh, hold it. Who was that said they had a question? Oh, country girl, what's your question? Thank you for the follows. Okay, Tom. Okay. Country girl, will I reach the success I'm looking for with what I'm doing? Okay, higher self, spirit. What does country girl need to know about the success, reaching success, and what she is doing? So the energy that I get, hey eternal life, the energy I get from the endeavor that you're embarking on currently is like, it's like the energy is almost like a fly by night success. Like you'll see a level of success, but it's limited in the sense that it's almost like it's a product or a concept that's hot today but won't be in a year. And so the energy or like the advice would be to, yes, you will see success in what you're doing, but always have a plan B, because with the limited time frame of this success, you want to make sure that all the money that you're making, that you're saving or investing well, budgeting well, and while you're seeing some success from what you're currently doing, be planning your next move. So like get in, do what you got to do, and get out to something that's more that has more longevity. Does that resonate? Country girl, I understand. Okay. So that does resonate? Okay, it definitely does. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. Well, thank you for trusting me with your energy and your question. Koi, I have my eyebrows, what's it called? Not tinted, but my eyebrows done. The tattoo. Oh, you're welcome, country girl. If you have a question, just please let me know you have a question. Don't just post your question, but just let me know that you would like for me to answer a question for you. Yes, Queen, what's your question? What is my thing? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, Queen. Am I wasting time flirting with Tavares? All right. I will get your question next, Stephanie. Higher self spirit. What does Queen need to know about Tavares? So, Queen, I am getting the energy that he is kind of dealing with someone else, like as far as talking to someone else. I don't get the energy of a full-fledged, like, third-party situation. Thank you. He's he does come across as not really being as serious, like he's just kind of weighing his options. So it really, so like your question is kind of loaded in the sense that, is flirting really a waste of your time? Like, because if you want, if you have, if like, if you require that your flirting yield a certain result, then I would say it is a waste of your time because you're trying to attach an outcome to your flirting. But if you're just flirting, if you're just being lighthearted and in your feminine energy, and you know, just being personable, you could look at the situation like, you know, if something pops off between us, great. If not, then I just, you know, had some experience flirting with somebody. But he came out as the Son of Cups, which is not exactly mature, which is not exactly mature. That's why I said that, you know, the energy I was getting from him is that he is like kind of dating, talking to people, and not super serious with it. And like you're in the Ace of Cups energy. So, you know, that's very different. Yeah, I just get that he's kind of not very serious. And it's not, you know, like I said, if it's something that you're really trying to like, the energy that I get though, like the message that Spirit has for you is to not stop being that lighthearted, flirty, in your feminine energy woman, that because that is what is going to attract the person that you really want to be with. So like if you want to, like I said, if you want to use him as just like a practice, a practice for your man that's coming in, then that's cool. But I wouldn't take him very seriously. Like even if he really decided to be like, well, let's hang out, like the word hang out just lets you know that he's playing. So does that resonate for you? Okay, Kristen, I have a couple of other people. All right. You said, okay, cool. Thank you. And yes, it does. Okay, good, Queen. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. And if you haven't already, please give me a follow if I give you a free reading. All right. I think someone was next. Okay. So, Stephanie. Hey, Alice. Sorry, I'm missing some comments. Girl, I've been in and out. Thank you, Eternal Life. All right, so will you and Lamar get back together and work on your family? Higher Soul Spirit, what does Stephanie need to know about Lamar? Higher Soul Spirit, what does Stephanie need to know about Lamar? So, Stephanie, the energy that I'm getting around you and Lamar's interactions is that you have some healing work to do in order to make the relationship work. Like the images they were giving me or the energy that I'm getting is that you have made it difficult for him to be like a cohesive family. Let me know if that resonates at all. Hey, Rising Roots. Thank you for the gift. All right, Stephanie, it does resonate. All right, let me ask Spirit what it is that you need to focus on. So Stephanie, what I'm getting is trust issues that you have, and there we're saying doing some inner child work, because there was something that, I mean, most of our issues originate from childhood, but there was some things that happened during your childhood that created, you know, trust issues. It's almost the energy of like maybe your father not kind of being your father being like a Rolling Stone or something like that. I'm not saying that's the exact energy, but that's how it feels. There's also some energy around like you feeling some kind of way about when he's catering to the children versus how he interacts with you. And so Spirit is saying that you need to embrace the way he loves your children, the great father that he is, and embracing him as a father to your children will assist you with healing your inner child father wounds. So let me know if that resonates. No, yes, when I'm done with the person I'm talking to now. Actually, I think there might be someone in front of you, but yes. Thank you for the follow. Okay, Eternal Life. Is Stephanie still here? Is that who I think that's who I was talking to, Stephanie. Stephanie, he's a little absent in our children's lives right now. I just had a problem with his disciplining. Okay. Let me look into that. So based on what I was saying and the energy I was getting from him is, and from based on what Spirit was telling me, they don't seem to really see a problem with the discipline. Was it like abuse? Because they didn't really. No, he just gets upset easily, in my opinion. Okay. So yeah, I think that I definitely think that the work that you can do with, and that's why I was saying that you doing the work to heal your inner child, the energy I was getting was trust issues. So do you feel like as a child you interpreted discipline as being very harsh from your father? Because I'm getting like father energy as being very harsh from your father. Because I'm getting like father energy, trust issues, inner child. Okay, so if they're too loud. My stepfather, absolutely. Okay, so that is the part of your inner child that needs to be worked on. And that healing that part of you will help you to see him and how he parents your children in a different light, because he's coming out as the God of Cups, which is very protective, very emotionally balanced, very like nurturing. Cups are very like have a lot to do with emotion. They have a lot to do with like him being balanced in his emotions. And so I think that the parts of you that can start to mend the issues with your stepfather will then help you all to interact in a better way as parents. Because like if he's kind of short-tempered in certain instances, and then you're flying off the handle and you're taking his emotional response way to the next level, and then he doesn't feel like he can properly parent his children and is being trusted to be a good father, then that just creates like a whole other separate issue within the relationship. And so being able to communicate in a healthy and balanced way, and it not be like a screaming match on top of the kids being loud, or like the kids being disciplined turns into a whole argument between the two of you. That is going to be what helps the situation tremendously. And in order for you to heal that part of you, I would encourage you to do some like solar plexus healing work. You can listen to solar plexus music, like frequency. You can also just interact with your children, have fun with your children, and be childlike again. And those things will help you to heal the parts of you that need healing. And so I hope that helps you. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Eternal life, what was the... I appreciate you for taking the time. You're welcome, Stephanie. All right. All right. I think that's Kristen. Kristen, what was your actual question? Okay. Because I'm doing this for free and I'm just doing questions, if you could give me a specific question because a general message is more of a paid reading. I mean, generally, what area of your life are you most concerned about right now? Okay, what does Kristen? Hi, Cass. Higher self, spirit. What does Kristen need to know about with regard to relationships? Sorry, my dog is outside barking. Onyx! Onyx! Come on. Come on. Come on. You trying to play with the kids? Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. Ooh, sorry about that. He was out there barking at the kids next door. Um, so with regard to relationships, so I'm hearing rejection. It seems like you have an area with regard to relationships that you need to heal around rejection. And the rejection is more like, it doesn't have to be romantic relationships. It can be like, just friend, interpersonal relationships, co-worker relationships. I get a lot of energy around rejection. So let me know. Kristen, you put a 100. Does that mean it's resonating for you? That resonates. Thank you. Okay, Kristen. What I would say is that what Spirit is trying to convey to you is that the rejection is not personal. I know that that's hard to reconcile, but there's times when we can be in an energy that turns people off, and then there's just times when you carry such a sweet spirit, light, beauty, good energy that people just constantly hate on you. And that's the energy that I get from you. I don't get that you're a mean person or that you're cussing people out or that you are, in a place where you just need to heal a bunch of things. I just feel like that unfortunately you have experienced a lot of rejection. And this is the Ten of Swords came out. So like this is kind of the energy that I was talking about, as far as like just being stabbed in the back, just being in like this hurt energy, defeated energy. But that's not because of who you are. That's because of, and I know this is cliche because a lot of people say it, but it really is a thing that your light triggers people. And instead of them being able to just accept that and allow your healing energy to engulf them and support them and do what needs to be done in order for them to improve in life and basically like get on your level, they just turn that into hate and rejection and bitterness and jealousy. And so like you have your energy came out as the Three of Pentacles. And so like this is your energy. I look at this as like a beehive. And so like this person is the one that is like royal, wise, and then these are other people that she's collaborating with. And so like you possess this divine wise energy. This person can contribute ideas regarding like grounding and root energy, and this individual can give insight into like throat chakra and giving that voice to the things that you have to offer. And so I would definitely encourage you to work on your root chakra, your throat chakra, and know that you sit in this power and this energy, and that you have all of this light around you. So I hope that helped you. And I hope you're still here to have heard all that, but if not, that's okay. Okay, this feels true to the work I need to do. I appreciate the cards. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. You are very welcome. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. All right, Luno Too Sweet. Luno Too Sweet. My higher self is like, you don't need them cards, but the people do. So I'm gonna try to incorporate some cards a little more often, but excuse me. If Sweet isn't here, then I can move on to the next person. I just ask that you request to have a question answered and don't just post the question, please. Oh, she is. Thank you for 10,000 likes. Y'all, please like the live. Thank you for helping me reach my goal. I forgot to set a goal for today. course. Oh, thank you, Rising Roots, for sending me the gift. Okay. Okay. All right. I asked not to just drop your questions, but to let me know that you would like a question answered. Hi, Adam. Hey. I'm good. Good to see you. Yeah, we can go on to the next person. Okay, Marty. What was your question, Marty? I do the reading from my intuition, and then I may pull a card just to confirm, but I typically just answer the question. I'm not doing general, because that's a reading, a paid reading. I need just a question. No problem. So you don't have a question you can think of? Don't have a question you can think of? Okay, loving me always, what's your question? Was loving me always next? Okay. I guess let me just address Marty's question first. If you're new in here, please don't just ask your question in the chat. Just let us know that you would like a question answered. Marty, I'm answering your question as far as will you have a relationship this year? Spirit, higher self. What does Marty need to know with regard to a relationship? Marty, I'm hearing you need to clean up. I'm really not trying to be funny, Marty. But your spirit guys are funny. They say he need to clean up his place before talking about a relationship. Does that resonate for you, Marty? But for real, it be just as simple as that. Marty said, they always trying to clock me. I cleaned today, but I think I know what they're saying. Yeah, what I heard specifically, Marty, was he needs to clean up his act. That's what I heard. But I was also getting the energy of like just cleaning up, organizing. Like the energy is more of like get your life organized and in order, and then the relationship can come in. But if you're kind of like disorganized and all over the place and and not really focused, then like you shouldn't be trying to bring anyone else into that energy. So let me know if that resonates. I got that. Makes sense. Gotta hold my own before holding others. I got it. Okay, good. So Marty, you don't have a whole lot to do. Like it's the energy is not like a lot of healing work. The energy is just practical logistical stuff. Yeah, you got this, Marty. All right. So eternal life, the next person was loving me always. And loving me always. You're welcome, Marty. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Please follow if you get a free reading or a free question. So loving me always, higher self, spirit. Please let me know what I need, what loving me always needs to know about Chris. So loving me always, they're showing me Chris just running the street, just all over the place. I don't want to go into anything on live specifically, but just not really doing what he's supposed to do, not really having a solid plan. Maybe in his mind he has a solid plan, but not the legit plan. So let me know if that resonates. And I just saw that you joined. Did you even hear what I said? Loving me. Did you hear what I said? Thank you for the follow. My sound went down. Okay, loving me. The energy that they were giving me is that Chris just be running the street. Not having like a real solid longevity plan. I'm not gonna, I said I wasn't gonna go into specifically what I was seeing, but because we're on live, but he's just not, oh my God, yes, they right, yeah. So Chris is a no-go, okay? Because Chris could potentially get you in a jam, okay? And this is the card that came out for you as well. The Five of Pentacles. This came out for another young lady who I was telling, like, this side, you can see how this side is prosperous. This is where her pentacles are, but it's behind this gate. This is like the fall or the winter time. We have snow over here. It's cold. So like if you stay with homeboy, this is how it's gonna look. You know, but if you go toward your pentacles on the other side, leave him alone, then you'll be good to go. All right, I just asked that you would. Okay, you would rather leave. Okay, good. All right, so who was next? Eternal life, do you know? Lola, I can get you after I get who I had next. You're welcome, loving me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Okay, is Luno back for real this time? Luno, are you here? Are you here, sis? Lord. Okay, so Lola. Okay. Lola, what's your question? Okay, Lola, what's your question? Oh, sorry, Adam. Yeah, I'll get you after Lola. Okay, higher self spirit, is Lola with the right person? I'm hearing yes. I'm getting very like loving energy from him, very nurturing. Very very healthy for you as far as healing. Let me know if that resonates. All right. Is it Tyann? I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Okay, Lola. Good. That does resonate. All right. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. All right. We have, you're welcome. Please follow if you haven't already. We had Adam was next. Now, Lola, he's coming through as not having a whole lot of money right now, but y'all could collaborate and build your coin. Because your energy is that you hold on to money, but he may not as well. Adam, is it wise to investigate my sister / family for fraud, or should I leave it all behind? Oh, he gambles, Lola? Hold on to your coin. That's really not a good trait. Like, he is healthy for you emotionally, but if the finance part becomes a problem, that emotional support is BS. So I will watch that very closely, because he came out as like the son. I should have showed you the card. He came out as the son of Pentacles. So I would watch that very closely. Don't overlook that part for the emotional part, because you can have someone that gives you both emotional, financial, and all the support. Okay? Don't overlook that part if he's not going to keep it balanced and in control. So all right, Adam. So should you investigate your sister's family for fraud, or should you leave it all behind? Okay. Should Adam investigate his sister's family for fraud? So, Adam, right now, the energy around it is that you don't have enough evidence. So, like, the energy is kind of like, what are you investigating if you don't have enough evidence? Like, you would end up, like going to, the energy is like you going to the police saying, hey, I got a feeling about this. You definitely don't want to say, I got a reading. But you could be like, I got a feeling about this. Can y'all investigate? And no, can y'all investigate? And no, they cannot, because you have to have evidence. You have to actually have some sort of probable cause to say this is what they're doing. I do get the energy that there will be something that comes to light. So the answer is not totally no, but overall, but right now with the energy that it is, you just don't have enough information and from what Spirit's giving me. Let me know if that resonates. Hey, Lettice. What's going on, girl? Thank you for joining. Adam, does that resonate? Okay, rising root. Eternal life has been holding it down for you. Adam, come on now. Yes, it does. Was going to reach out to a few lawyers to see if they can investigate. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. So, like I said, I definitely think that whatever they're doing is going to come to light, and you're not going to have to do anything. So I would just rest assured in knowing that what's done in the dark will always come to light. And you're not going to have to spend money on it. You're not going to have to try to do a lot of digging. So that's a good thing. It's frustrating because, you want to get to the bottom of it and to have justice served, but it would be better for you to just let it unfold as it's going to unfold without you having to exert a whole lot of effort, stress, and thank you for the follow. A lot of effort and stress behind it. All right, I just ask that you don't just post your question in the comments. Let me know that you would like to ask a question. and then I will answer your question. Um, Eternal life, I think this person with no username. No username number one with the triangle. Oh, that's who that is? Morgan. Okay. Should I expect when, okay, sorry, when it's pinned I can't see that. Morgan, what should I expect when I come home from college? Um that's kind of a general reading, but I'm gonna let it. What should Morgan expect when he comes home from college? Higher self, spirit. So the energy that I'm getting is that you should expect to not be able to stay home for long. I don't get the energy that your family is like the type of family that's like, oh, I want you to stay. Stay as long as you want. You know, your room is still here. You know, that's not the energy I get. The energy I get is that they gonna be like, what you finna do? You need to have a plan for exit. Let me know if that resonates. You said, Lord. But does that resonate for their energy? Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, have a plan. And I mean, you know, like you don't have like you won't come home one day and then they be like the next week like, okay, what's your plan? But you need to definitely be in motion. Definitely be in motion with a plan. And it's actually going to be for your benefit because, you know, I don't get the energy from you that you're just a lackadaisical, trifling type individual. And so if people are not going to be as supportive of you in that energy, then you don't need to be around those type of people because that's a different mindset. Like it's the energy is almost like they're jealous of you and your success and your forward movement. And so that's kind of why they don't really want you to be at the house for long, but so you don't need to be around that. All right, who was next? Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Please follow. You're welcome. All right, Tabia, will I get back to Derek? All right, Tamia, higher self spirit, what does Tamia need to know about Derek? Tamia, I get the energy of like marriage. So was he married at the time that y'all were interacting, or has it been a while since you talked to him? Because I'm getting the energy that he's married. No. Okay, are you answering no to which part of the question? But I asked two questions. I said, was he married, or has it been, okay, so marriage part. So has it been a long time since you interacted with him? It doesn't necessarily have to be a long time, because people can make moves in a matter of damn months or weeks. But I'm asking because if he got married, so 7 months. Yeah, I get the energy that if he's not already married, he might be getting married. Let me see what card comes out. So I got the death card, which basically means the closing of a cycle. So I feel like Spirit is saying, let that cycle be closed. Let that chapter be closed. And then the Two of Pentacles came out, which is like juggling choices. Okay, so marriage years ago. Okay, so I'm getting the Two of Pentacles, which would be juggling. So if you were to get back with him, he would definitely be juggling. Like he would have you in this energy. This also came out. So your spirit guides are like, it's a no-go, sis. I apologize if that's not what you wanted to hear, but it's for your best and highest good. Trust me. Like, it definitely may not feel good right now, but it is for your best and highest good in the long run. You don't want to deal with nothing like that. All right. All right. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Hello, Class Lifestyle. Who is next? Eternal Life. I can in just a moment. Was someone next after? I asked that you not put your question in the comments, but that you just let me know that you want to ask a question. Was that person next? Was Kennedy next? Where they didn't just put the question in the comments? Okay, good. All right. So Kennedy, will me and Tay talk romantically again? Kennedy, did you ask me this question before? I feel like I'm having a deja vu moment. Higher selves? No. No, I don't think I did. Okay. Higher self spirit. What does Kennedy need to know about Tay? So Kennedy, your spirit team is showing Tay as can't get right. Like that's exactly what I'm hearing. Like they like he just can't get right in any area. Money, job, they like can't get right. Does that resonate? I don't know why y'all be asking about folks that can't get. You know they can't get right. Like not at all. But I'm asking. I'm asking, is that the energy that this person is in where they like struggling with work, struggling with money, like not a good decision maker? You sound similar to what other people say. Come on, Kennedy. Kennedy. Your spirit team is trying to protect you. They're like, no. Kennedy, you came out in High Priestess energy. What is going on here? You know what's going on here. You know what? You know. You are in High Priestess energy. Why are you letting what Shira would call dusties come around you, sis? Your spirit team is like, if you don't stop with the shits. Kennedy. You came out in High Priestess energy, Kennedy. Why is you in here playing with us? I said you came out in High Priestess energy. Why is you playing with us in here? And your spirit team. And you came out as the magician. So you are a powerful manifester. You are super connected to the divine. You have powerful intuition. Come on, Kennedy. You in this energy, you cannot have no Dusty around you because you think he's fine. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm gonna do better, I promise. Please. Because your spirit team is like, stop playing with us. And this came out. So they're saying you need to meditate. You need to go within. You need to understand how royal you are, how powerful you are, that you embody the sun. You need to go within and really get in tune with who you are. You need to meditate, allow your spirit team to work on you, allow your spirit team to give you downloads, allow your higher self to integrate with you. The only way they gonna get through to you is through meditation. Cause in your waking time, you playing with us up in here. Ain't no way you came out as the magician and the high priestess and you in here asking me about Tay. Ain't no way. Ma'am. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Please follow if you haven't already. All right, who is next? Kless. Where's Kless next? Okay, you're welcome, Kennedy. I'm glad. I asked that no one just post the question. Oh, were you next, Rami? Should I go with my two friends who are hurting me? My mind is telling me to leave. Child, you answered your own question. If someone is hurting you, it's a no. No way. Yeah, no. If you have friends that are hurting you, then absolutely not. If your mind is telling you to stay around people who are hurting you, that is your soul telling you what you need to heal. You came out as the Daughter of Swords, which means you need to learn boundaries. You need to learn how to cut people off. And so this is definitely the energy that you're in right now. You got the Chariot, so that says to me that you need to move on. It was actually in reverse, but I would say you need to have positive movement forward. Yeah, you cannot have so when you don't know how to hold to boundaries and you don't set solid boundaries with people, then that is an indication that you really need to do some healing work around self-love, worthiness, and you need to really get in tune with who you are, because you cannot just see when you are a kind-hearted person and you are in tune with your emotions, those things can happen when it's out of balance. And so it just has to be balanced. That you came out with the Eight of Pentacles came out as well, which means that you have a lot of creative energy. And if the Chariot came in reverse, these people are stagnating you and stagnating your creativity. They're holding up your money. They're holding up your movement forward in life. So sis, you got a choice. Either you gonna come out of this Daughter of Swords energy and start wielding your sword and setting boundaries for yourself and cutting people off that are not entitled to your energy, or you're not gonna be able to get to this point. Because the energy that your friends are in are like broke energy, not doing shit energy. Let me know if that resonates. Oh my God, it's funny you mentioned money. One of them owes me like 300. Yeah, keep it moving. Keep it all the way moving. They are stagnating your creativity, your positive movement, all of that. Sis, you have a lot of powerful creativeness within you that is set to make you a lot of money. If that don't make you cut them off, I don't know what will. Okay, Takia, when we figure out who was next, I feel so seen. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Please follow if you will, if you haven't already. Eternal Life, you know who was next. Please don't just post your questions. Please let me know you would like to ask a question. Okay, Nikki. Is Nikki here? It's okay, Emmy. Okay. Was Nikki here? If not, I'll move on to lifestyle. Thank you, Eternal Life, for helping me with this. Okay. Okay, lifestyle, what's your question? If you could just ask me a question, because a reading, I know what I'm doing sounds like readings. But really, I'm just trying to answer a question. Spirit's not gonna allow me to just answer a yes no question. So it ends up being a mini reading, but I want to do like a specific question, because general stuff is like a full paid reading. So just pick one, lifestyle. You want to know if the guy you're dating is the one. Okay, you got to pick one. I personally feel like your spirit team is leaning more toward the career and work. So that kind of tells you what they think of homeboy. Cause alright, career and work. What does lifestyle need to know regarding career and work? Okay, so they're kind of integrating him into your question anyway. The energy is that this person is not supportive of you career wise. I get the energy that you're a boss. Like you have all the tools that you need in order to be successful, make money, but his energy is almost like he doesn't believe that a woman should be in boss energy. So let me know if that resonates. He showed me support emotionally. Okay, but does that include like work wise? Because yes, being supportive emotionally can translate to career support, but if he's insecure, okay, let me make sure I'm reading your energy. So the energy that I get from him is that, like, as long as you're not exceeding him career wise, he's cool and he can show you support emotionally and work wise. But if he feels threatened by your success, then it's going to be different. So let me know if you've gotten any inklings of that so far. Okay, that seems more, it seems more in line. He's in provider mentally. Okay, so he's a provider mentally, but not financially. So if you pop off financially, because sis, you're definitely on the right track. The divine is supporting your career move. So there will be success in your money and pentacles, prosperity, and all of that. You have the Ace of Cups. So like you're already emotionally fulfilled and overflowing. You don't need someone who is going to just pour into your cup emotionally. You need someone that's going to hold you down in several areas, because the energy that I get from you is like boss, leader, in charge, decision maker, lots of responsibility, on the go, all of that. And just being supportive emotionally is going to eventually get old to you. You are not going to respect a man long term who does not support you or is not as, I'm not saying he has to make the same money, but I'm saying that if he doesn't have the same aspirations, drive, determination, I'm a go-getter. This dude is in like house husband energy. Like, I'll cook your dinner, I'll be chilling here at the house when you get home, and no ma'am. Because the hangman energy came out as well. And it's a no from your spirit team. Emotional, we all, trust me, we all want emotional support. It is very important. It is a huge component of a relationship. I was just talking to someone earlier in a live where the guy was a provider and protector and like leader in his field, but not emotionally in tune. That's a no-go as well. So it definitely needs to be a balance. And there are men out here that are balanced. And with the, I don't know exactly what field you're in, but I get the energy that you're in a field where you're going to encounter a lot of men who are just as driven as you are, that are just as successful, that have a balance of their masculine and feminine. So let me know if that resonates. Like, I almost get the energy that you're going to end up going to like a conference or something and meeting somebody. And homeboy at the crib is going to be looking like, are you still here, lifestyle? Because I've said a lot. Bree, when I think there's some people in front of you. Okay, thank you. Definitely to look out for, because I see him very driven. Like right now, he's more him very driven. Like right now, he's more successful. So right now, he's more successful than you are, and he's driven. But when I was saying, when you were saying he's emotionally supportive. Child, okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. If you, okay, let's say if you're not working, it's easy to be, or if you're just starting a new job, like if you haven't been working and you're just starting a new job, it's easy to be more successful. But like I said, just definitely look for any kind of red flags that you may see of any sort of jealousy for when you are thriving, because you definitely will be successful. All right, thank you for your energy. You're welcome. Okay, Jess, you're next. Thank you for the gifts. Okay, Jess. Okay, mine is also about career. What do I need to be doing to see more movement in my career? Okay, higher self spirit. What does Jess need to be doing to see more movement in her career? So the first thing I was hearing was more collaboration, but with the correct people. So have you been collaborating with people who kind of stagnate your movement? Oops. Haven't seen as many opportunities to collaborate. Okay. Um and this is giving me the energy of like people maybe hindering your positive movement forward or your ability to collaborate. This is kind of like you're in like a fight, you're like kind of fighting with people, or um having to fight for your place. And so maybe that's why I was getting the energy of not of collaborating more, but the people that are around you currently are not supporting your movement forward. Does that resonate at all? Okay, please don't just ask the question. I can see fighting for my place. Okay, because your spirit team is not playing about you. They are calling judgment on the situation. This came out. Um yeah, they so the energy that I'm getting is more so that you're not even totally fully aware of what people are doing or have done behind the scenes to create stagnancy. And so the energy that I'm getting is that you really don't have to worry about that. Like what they have attempted to do is not working, but you just need to, I guess your spirit guides want you to be more aware of what's happening so that you can watch her back, because she's like watching her back. And so I feel like you just need to be kind of aware, but not like worried or concerned about your safety or your protection, because your spirit team has all the way called judgment on the situation. There's someone who is very immature emotionally. This person is coming out as the Daughter of Cups, so it could be a feminine energy. And I feel like this Hermit card came out because your spirit guides want you to go into somewhat of a hermit mode. So like stop making your next move known. Stop telling people what you're doing. Keep all of your movements, your ideas, your creativity to yourself. And that's the energy that I'm getting, is that are you telling people your plans? Are you like revealing? Okay, that resonates for sure. Okay. So yes, stop telling people your plans. Go into hermit mode business wise. Hunker down. Get all of your plans in order. Find positive people, good people to collaborate with, and your spirit team got you, because the Temperance card came out. Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be public. It's just talking to anybody about it. Talk. Not so much publicly, but I do talk to my people about what I'm doing or planning. Yeah, that's gotta stop. Yeah, yeah, don't do that, sis. Because you got the Temperance card, so your spirit team is bringing everything into balance. You've got support, and she's grounded. She's got one foot in the water. She's sitting on the ground. She's grounded. They're bringing balance to all of that. Yeah, no. Yeah. I get it that you feel like your friends and your family can be trusted, but spirit is saying no. Cause the energy that I just got when I said that is that you have friends who are really enemies, but they're like keeping you close to monitor you, to watch you. I don't like, the energy is almost like people copy you and you take it as flattery, but it's not flattery. They're literally trying to like capture your essence, take your ideas and like flip it for themselves, and will seemingly be supportive. And I'm not trying to make you paranoid or anything, but people will seemingly give you the impression that they're very supportive and want the best for you and are rooting for you. And child, no, it'll be the complete opposite. Okay. Thank you for sharing a live. I have been feeling the need to hermit. How does that mix with the need to collaborate? So that's what I mean, is that you would not tell people your plans. So when you're able to collaborate with people, you can exchange your creativity, you can exchange ideas, you can exchange things that you've learned, like your wisdom, but your specific plans, like it's basically like you don't give your business plan, but you can collaborate with people on like how to put one together and what books to read to put one together, and how to like what person is a good person to pay as an expert to coach you in order to get to where you need to go. That's the kind of collaboration. Now, if you establish a relationship with someone that you feel like you can trust business wise, and that person is above board and wants to put things in writing and wants to make sure that everybody is treated fairly, then that's the type of person that you can maybe partner with. So there's a difference between partnering business wise and collaborating. Collaborating is just coming together like at a conference table and having a mastermind session of how to strategize and how to move forward and things like that. But when it comes to your secret sauce, no ma'am. Stop that shit altogether. Because there are people who will take that shit and tweak it just a little bit so that you can't say it's yours and take off. Or just create an environment where you can feel the energy of them hating on you. Like they're smiling and saying one thing, but you're feeling the energy of them hating. And that right there is enough to slow you down. Your spirit team said, can't nothing touch her. Absolutely nothing can affect you. But when it comes to, from a human perspective, what people can try to inflict on you from a humanistic element, you telling your top secret information is a no-go. Because trust me, people can see your potential more than you can see it for yourself. And people will get jealous ahead of time. You won't even be there yet, but they'll see it and they will be jealous ahead of time, or see the potential and be like, dang, I didn't think about that. I could do that. And I would be a much better salesperson or much better this or whatever. Yeah, no, we not doing that. That really resonates. I'm so open because I want other people to feel like they can do it too. And trust me, that attitude right there is why your spirit team is like, we call in judgment. We got her. Nothing can touch her. Nothing can stop her, because we need more people in this life like you with boundaries, because you got to have boundaries. But we need more people in this life like you, because there's too many crabs in a bucket. There's too many people being competitive. There's not enough women supporting other women and uplifting each other. There's a whole lot of backstabbing, backbiting, making people feel less than, deliberately trying to do little underhanded manipulative things to try to make people, to try to break people's spirit. And so the divine is saying, for your virtues, for your good open heartedness, don't lose that spirit. But we're going to protect you. We're going to make sure that you're successful. And you are going to be the person that is going to like be on a main stage teaching people how to do what you did. Once you get to that point though, it's not like gatekeeping or being shisty or being a bad person for keeping your movement quiet until you get there, because spirit needs you to get there. They need you to get through all the steps in order to be able to teach other people through to success. We got too many people that's standing up in front of folks teaching people stuff, and they haven't even really made that a success for themselves. You got the ideas, you got the creativity, you've got the plans, but we need to see the results first. There's a lot of people out here making money because they're charismatic and they can present information, but they really have not proven, they don't have the numbers. You know, like, just because someone is like a Tony Robbins making a ton of money being this motivational speaker, he's making money based off of being a speaker, not necessarily the success he's talking about. And I'm not picking on Tony Robbins. I don't really know what his businesses or anything looks like. I'm just giving an example that there's a lot of people out here that can get on a stage and be dynamic as hell and motivate the hell out of people, but it's empty. So what ends up happening is all these people flock to this person because they're on the world stage or whatever, and they pay them all this money, whether it be to go to a conference or to get one-on-one coaching. But because that person is teaching from a false, empty, I ain't really make it like that standpoint, people leave empty. People leave, they're hyped up in a moment, but they don't have any motivation. They don't really feel like they got everything they needed. But from somebody like you, who genuinely wants to see people successful, that genuinely has the ideas, and all you got to do is get to that pinnacle point, that is what we need. That, like, your energy, your voice, your energy can transfer success to people. Spirit just laid that on me. That's powerful. When your energy can transfer success to people, Like, not only are you giving them a step-by-step blueprint, but your energy is like accelerating them, motivating them, giving them the energy that they need to take action. That's next level, sis. That's not ordinary. Cause people will pay when they know that they're getting way more than a PowerPoint presentation. When you have word of mouth telling people that they came away from your conference, self-paced workshop, self-paced course, and when you start talking about self-paced courses, that's money in your sleep. That's passive income. That's what I'm talking about. I need that passive income, that 7 streams of passive income from, cause you don't watch my TED talk on damn YouTube, and I got so much motion and views on YouTube, and I got daggone 600,000 people in my live. Cause they know that my energy transfers through technology. Okay. Like, I'm watching how DDG is supporting this Latina chick, because she's got so much motion on social media. And I'm not taking anything away from that young lady, because people, I don't watch her, but people have said that she's down to earth, authentic, true to herself. She likes Shein, like she's making all this money, but her favorite brand is Shein and all this other stuff. If that chick can have 600 and 700 people in her live, and she can be making tens of thousands of dollars off of social media, and then collaborate with DDG, who's also got motion, sis. Yeah. I'm going to post this on YouTube. And I hope that you will, if you haven't been recording this, I hope that you will go to this point in the live and record it on some device and listen to it and let this message reprogram your mind. Because spirit is all the way behind you. You are welcome. You said, wow, thank you so much. This resonates so much. You are so welcome. I channeled the hell out of that message. Spirit is not playing with you, honey. You have a lot of success. I'm doing this for free, and I said I just wanted to answer quick questions, but that turned into a whole full-blown reading, because Spirit said, no, we need some time with our baby today. We need some time with her today, because she need to understand. She needs to understand. Thank you, Eternal Life. And whoever else happens to be watching this live right now, and whoever else that resonates for, let that be a message for you as well. Because, like, with the way the world is today, we can't keep having these fake and phony people out here making all this money and capturing all the attention of all of these people, and they pump faking, perpetrating a damn fraud. Look. Oh, look. Okay. Mm-mm. Can't have it. Time is up. It's a wealth transfer. Time is up. And that's straight from spirit. The time is now. Judgment is here. The trumpets are blowing. So, my bad. That was long. Who next? That was a long one. Who next? Look, y'all better get it while the getting is good. I think Emmy. Yeah, Emmy was next. Okay, Emmy, what's your question? Whoo, child. Thank you, Spirit. We needed to hear that. Thank you, Spirit. The time is now. Do not delay. It's a new moon in Taurus, and I'm a Taurus too. Like, look, don't play with me. That was amazing. Here I go, the book of session too. Oh, thank you. I do need to change my prices. My prices have changed. Just inbox me instead of going to my link tree. Sorry about that. Since I usually charge $111 for my private readings, but since I haven't updated it, I won't charge you that much. Oh. Emmy, what's your question, honey? I hope you're not getting suppressed. What's something? No, you need to ask me a question. I know that's technically a question, but when I say a question, I mean like a specific topic. Like love. Like, are you in a relationship you want a question about? Are you... Okay. Higher self spirit is Levi, the right one for Emmy. Higher self, what does Emmy need to know about Levi? I'm getting the energy that he is a really good guy, that he has potential for the long term, very stable energy. very tapped in spiritually. I feel like both of you would complement each other as far as like your spirituality, your intuition. Like both of y'all are giving me the energy of being tapped in because the star card did fall out. He is coming out as the Son of Pentacles though, which means that he may not have a whole lot of like money right now. He may need to work on managing his money better, being more mature. Okay, you said that's true. So the Nine of Wands came in reverse. So I feel like you're basically, you can exhale as far as like relationship wise. So he's a bit immature. Okay. So the long-term energy is good though. So I would say like don't rush into anything, because if he needs time to mature, that's not the energy that you want to go into a marriage. So like if you're in the, I don't feel like you're in the energy that you want to like rush into marriage or anything like that. But from a long-term perspective, I feel like he could potentially be good for you, as long as he's working on maturing. So you also got the Six of Cups. So this shows me, you know, like harmonious, happy. You all are healing your inner children. So I definitely feel like this is a type of relationship that is very healing. So the more that the two of you heal each other's inner child, the more mature you both will get. And it'll, you know, in the long term, it can be very successful and very emotionally healing and balanced. So he's looking good. Levi looking all right. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. All right. Eternal life, you tagged yourself. That's funny. You're doing a great job. Thank you for helping me. Okay, Bree. All right, y'all. I'm going to get off here shortly because I know it's getting late on the East Coast. And it's later for Eternal Life. And I think Rising Roots might have knocked out already. Thank you, Eternal Life. Okay, Bree, about your living situation. Did I do a reading for you recently about that? I feel like I did. I think it was about something else. Okay. Higher Soul Spirit, what does Bree need to know about her living situation? Alright now, Bree. I'm doing free questions, but we don't want to keep revisiting the same thing. Spirit, let me know what Bree needs to know about her living situation. I'm hearing, what are you doing to change it? Is there something that you can, is that something, are you just kind of like, the energy that I'm getting that you're in is like, you're just kind of sitting like a sitting duck, just letting whatever is going to happen happen and not really making any effort. Let me know if that resonates. I've been actively looking for a new place. Okay, because the queen, the Four of Swords energy came out, which is like you may be actively looking, but maybe in your mind you're kind of locked up in your mind with regard to like. So the energy is that your action, your mind, and where you are mentally and emotionally is counterproductive to the action that you're taking. So it's basically like it being double-minded in your manifestation. So you want a new place, you're actively looking for a better place or a different place, but in your mind you're telling yourself that you're not going to be able to get it, you're not going to be able to move, you're not going to have enough money. Like, that's the energy. Let me know. Onyx. Yes. 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 I don't know what it is. You still seem to be happy. I try not to think those thoughts, but they come up sometimes. So the good news is that the Nine of Pentacles came out for you, which means that you're not always going to be in this place. So the Death card came out, which means that you're essentially kind of like in this energy because you're closing out a cycle. And so when you're closing out a cycle, that doesn't feel good. But on the other side of that is your pentacles, your prosperity, your success. The bird is like is indicative of you being tapped in intuitively and maybe not really expressing yourself in that way, or tapping or fully believing that you are tapped in intuitively. Because essentially, when you know who you are, when you know your power, when you know that you have manifestation power, when you know that you are a powerful spiritual being, when you know that who you are, when you know that you have a direct communication to source, when you know that you are connected to the sun, the giver of life, the sustainer of life, there's no room for this type of energy. So I also feel like, as I was holding up this card, I feel like you need to be getting out into the sun. You need to really take in some vitamin D. I feel like you may have a vitamin D deficiency. Like, you need to take a supplement with vitamin D and K. They sell it on TikTok in like a pill form. You also need to I feel like you may live somewhere where you don't get a lot of sunlight. Would that be accurate? Let me know. Because the energy is seasonal depression. I've been outside more with my daughter as the weather's been getting better. But are you in a place like New York where like it's kind of gloomy during the wintertime and it's not a lot of sun all year long? Indiana. Okay. I don't know what the sun is like there, but the energy is that you definitely need to be getting more in the sun, because I feel like your spirit team is trying to download information to you through the sun. I hate the cold, so when it's cold, I'm in the house. Yeah, you definitely need to pay attention, and this is a message for anyone listening. Pay attention to seasonal depression, and definitely like you should be taking vitamin D supplements all year round, because if it's not constant, like some people have to have constant sunlight in order to not go into a funk. I feel like that too. I just said yesterday I need to be outside more. Yeah, definitely. Your your spirit team is definitely trying to get information to you through the sun. And that will help you to be motivated. It will help you to come out of that mindset of not trusting your intuition, not believing that you can manifest, not believing that you're going to be financially successful and get the house or the place that you want to live in. That the sun will take you out of that energy. When you get enough sun, it is very hard to be in that energy. And so I also would encourage you. I think that that nature is also calling you, because you need to do some grounding. That will also help you to get. Oh Lord, my dog is shaking the thing. That will also get you out of any kind of energy that is not high vibrational. So connecting with the earth, getting enough sun, meditating, allowing your spirit team to work on you. Those are all the things that you should be doing. And also too, what I'm hearing is that from how it will happen. Instead of thinking about it from a practical perspective, like, you know, reality says, I need X amount of dollars for a down payment. I need a co-signer. I need to be making this amount of money. I need this. I need that. Detached from all of that. Your spirit guides are saying, write down what it is that you want, how you want it to look, and allow them to assist you. I mean, you have to do your part as well. Working, looking for a place, finding a place, and all of that. But they really want to assist you. And that the Emperor and the Two of Cups came out for you. So I do feel like there is a relationship that will also support you in what you're doing. You're welcome. So if you're not currently in a relationship, there is a relationship that is going to be supportive. Um, okay, I will do one more question. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Just got out of a bad relationship 10 months ago, but still living together. Okay, well, that's definitely not the relationship that they're talking about. You've got something to look forward to. So once you move and you get grounded and stabilized in your new place, then the new relationship will be able to blossom and flourish and come in. Eternal life. Was there somebody after Bree? Booga chugga. Boogie. Hi, Boogie. Hi, Booga. Hi, Boogie. Takia. Okay. Takia. All right. Takia is gonna be the last person, and then I'll answer a question for eternal life if you have one. Will my financial situation change? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna pull a card for you on that one. Watch out, Boogie. Watch out, Boogie. Watch out, Boogie. Watch out, Boogie. Oy. Because my answer is always gonna be yes. Like, no matter what your situation is, no matter how long you've been in that situation, no matter how long it takes you to get out of it, my answer is always going to be yes. But let's see what Spirit has to say. Higher Soul Spirit, tell me what Kia needs to know about her financial situation. So I'm definitely hearing them say something about you moving. I feel like wherever you are now, like the energy of the people that are around you may be low vibrational, struggling financially, and you have to get out of that energetic field, is what I'm hearing. Does that resonate? Yes, ma'am, it does. I can feel that energy. Okay. And the cards that came out for you is the Ace of Wands. So Spirit is supporting you in moving out of that place, out of that area, from around those people. They are behind you in everything that you're doing. And then you got the Ace of Pentacles. So again, Spirit is supporting your finances. They're supporting you growing your money. They're supporting your financial stability. And so they definitely are encouraging you to take the action you need to take. You know, like whatever you need to do temporarily on your end, even if it's something that you don't really like doing, like if it's Uber or Instacart, or you know, working somewhere just as a, what I'm hearing is like a signal to the divine that you're ready. So it's not going to be anything long term that you're going to have to do that you're not going to like doing. But if you are not making movement forward because you just don't like the type of job, or you feel like that job is beneath you, that's not the signal to the divine that you're ready. Because all they want you to do is they just want you to move. They just, not like physically move, yes, but they just need you to make moves on your own. So let me know if that resonates. Hi, Joe. Hi, Chandria. Thank you. I think these are from the Dollar Tree. How about that? Dollar Tree action. I wear contacts, but I'm at the stage in life where I need readers with my contacts. Oh, hey, thank you for stopping through, Queen. Yeah. Dollar Tree for the win, for sure. All day, every day. But not spending the prices the eyeglasses place charges. Yeah. You can definitely just take your prescription and go online to like Zilul or something like that. I forgot what it's called. So Takia, it does. I applied for this job and it's good. It's a good fit for my kids. Where my kid's father works there, and it's drama. Okay. Well, I don't think Spirit is gonna encourage you. You're looking at Amazon for options. Joe is saying look at Amazon. Zillow, yeah, Zillow. So Takia, the Spirit is not gonna encourage you to go somewhere where it's gonna be that kind of drama. There is gonna be drama anywhere you go to any job, but if you're going there knowing that he's there and it's gonna be drama, then you probably want to rethink that, because they're not. It's in order to get you out of the energy and around the people. That's what they were saying, is like moving away from the drama, the low vibrational thought processes, the money, the struggling for money. When you get cars like this, the divine is telling you it is not in your cars to struggle. It is not intended for you to struggle. There is no struggle, hustle about you. What you're going through now is a tower moment, which is, some people get scared of the tower and the death card, but there's nothing scary about these cards. This just means a temporary tough time for this to come in. And so there you got the Chariot card. This is fast moving energy. Wands are fast moving energy. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's not going to take you long to get stable financially, to get where you need to go, because spirit is got you in the chariot, moving you quickly forward. But you have to do your part. You have to do what you need to do to signal to them that you are ready. And that is getting out of that place, that around the people, and getting just a quick temporary job that you can use to get you just over the hump. So I hope that helped you. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Eternal Life, do you have a question? Because I'm going to close out. I was tired. Okay, Takia, I'm glad that helps. Trouble don't last always. Okay, that's what I heard Spirit say. Okay, Eternal Life. Thank you so much for helping me keep everything straight. Shout out to the home team, Tom, Eternal Life, and Rising Roots. I appreciate y'all. I really do. And thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you for sharing the live, liking the live, sending gifts. I appreciate everything. And I will see y'all later. I was about to say on the flip side, but no, I ain't saying that. I'm going to see y'all later. All right, good night. You too, Eternal Life. Good night, Chandria. I like that name. Pretty name.